Reporting and joining us live right now with local insight about this historic move is Xavier University political analyst Dr. Silas Lee. Dr. Lee, thanks for joining us. Kind of a surprise move here. 3 weeks ago, many never would have thought that Mike Johnson would be the most powerful person in Congress. What are your thoughts?
Well, 3 weeks ago, certainly this was not anticipated. 3 weeks ago, we were talking about Steve Scalise. Naturally, that did not work out, and it's been 3 weeks without a House leader. Also, 3 weeks without the federal government being able to, one, conduct its business, and two, deliver services to the citizens.
Dr. Lee, let me ask you about this. It's historic, as Louisiana has never had a Speaker of the House, but now the state has the top two positions in Congress. Speaker of the House in Mike Johnson, Majority Leader in Steve Scalise. What does that mean for everybody watching this across Southeast Louisiana?
Well, I would caution us to curb our enthusiasm due to the fact that this is a very toxic political environment, hyper-partisan in many ways. I think it's going to be difficult in reference to Speaker Johnson managing that fragile coalition in the Republican Party. Is very fractured right now, and they have to deal with some critical issues. Top three issues, naturally, would be keeping the government open, followed by funding to Ukraine and defeating Hamas. And we have other issues on the domestic agenda: gun control, public safety, immigration, climate control, just to name a few.
Yeah, speaking of the toxicity and dysfunction, final question, that's what I was going to ask you. What does Mike Johnson have to do? What does he bring to the table to help to unite this divided Congress?
Well, it's going to be a challenge for him. He is the youngest speaker that we've had in Congress. First strong leadership role in reference to Speaker of the House. One of the duties as Speaker of the House is to, one, set and articulate the agenda, which puts him in a very good position of influence and negotiating some of the priorities and services that the state may need, especially in reference to funding on the issues. And we have to see how we can keep that coalition together. So this is going to be a critical test for him in this very fragile and partisan political environment he's in.
All right, well put. Xavier University political analyst Dr. Silas Lee, we appreciate you joining us. We'll see you back here again at 5 o'clock.
Okay, all right, sure.
And Governor John Bel Edwards is congratulating Representative Johnson right now on his new role. He says this, quote, "Despite our differences, we have found ways to work across party lines to guide our state through challenges and deliver progress for our people. I hope that Speaker Johnson can bring these Louisiana values to Washington." Our coverage of the search for House Speaker continues right now on WDSU.com. No leader, 3 weeks without a leader. The House of Representatives has elected a new speaker.
House Republicans unanimously voted in support of Louisiana Congressman Mike Johnson from Shreveport, a low-ranking member of the GOP leadership team. Johnson was the party's fourth nominee for the job since Kevin McCarthy was ousted this month. Johnson is expected to quickly help the House get back to work. According to a letter to his colleagues, Johnson plans for the next month to include passing a resolution condemning Hamas and getting a legislative blueprint for the rest of this congressional session.
Louisiana leaders are reacting to Representative Johnson's new role as House Speaker. House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, the congressman from Metairie, expressed his support for Johnson last night ahead of today's vote.
You'll remember that Scalise was the first Republican to secure the nomination for that job for Speaker after the ousting of McCarthy, but he couldn't get the needed votes to move forward. We talked to Scalise earlier today about how Louisiana now has the two top positions in Congress.
This is an historic day for Louisiana, and it has never happened before. We've never had a Speaker of the House before. We've had a few majority leaders. So now with Mike Johnson as the Speaker, with me as the Majority Leader, we've never had the number one and two people in the House from the same state, from our state. There's other states have had that distinction. Never in Louisiana's history. So very historic. Mike and I have known each other for a long time, going back to when I was in the State House. And I have a great relationship with him. We've already talked about some of the bills we want to move, some of the vision that we both have to get our country back on track.
And Congressman Troy Carter congratulated the new speaker, but says his vote will always be for leader Hakeem Jeffries. Carter says he trusts, quote, that Speaker Johnson will do everything in his power to bring order back to the people's house, end quote. Now, our coverage of the search for House Speaker continues right now online on WDSU.com or turn on your mobile alerts.